guys, welcome to today's video. I hope you enjoyed last week's video. So I am going to try and do weekly videos for you guys, but it is super crazy, but I'm trying to shoot them out. If you guys do have any new ideas or anything that you guys want to see or me talk about or anything like that, comment below. I do want to give a big shout out to all my day one subscribers, followers, messengers. I got so many messages, so much love and support from all you guys from my first video, and I can't wait to see that continuously growing. If there are any other things that you guys want to see, definitely message me, DM me, comment below, and I will have them rolling out as soon as I possibly can. I do have a new video releasing this week. It's a challenge video, so definitely check it out. But for today's video is going to be a little bit more of a talk. It's actually going to be a travel talk. So, let's do it. So, for my first video, some of you guys were asking, where have I traveled in the world, and like what kind of stuff have I done? So actually I love traveling, first off. And one of my first trips was to Europe. And so I actually have done, I've traveled a lot with my family. We always did road trips growing up, and we've kind of been throughout the US and different places like that. And my first actual, on an airplane, kind of taking off and being by myself was to Europe. I went to Germany, Switzerland, Italy, and France. And it was a lifetime kind of experience. It was an amazing trip. Besides then, I'll post some pictures up there, and after that, I finished high school, and I went on a trip to Dominican with some friends, for a little bit, and that was, super awesome. We went, and, it was just, we had some parties, and, it was just a good time overall. To kind of get into that, there's two different type of trips that I've been finding. So if any of you guys are looking for kind of different types of trips and what kind of things you want to do, TourRadar is a great company to go on to and check them out. I will link them below. And also, when I went to Europe, I went with Explorica. They were a super good company to book with. They were super helpful as well as TourRadar too. But yeah, so when I went to Europe, it was more of a cultural and historic kind of checking it out, learning kind of experience. Dominican was more of a party trip. It was pretty fun though. It was awesome. You know, throughout all my travels, I've always made such good memories and made new friends, and it's always been a good experience. I think the only time I ever got homesick was for a few hours in Dominican, where it was I miss home. But other than that, all my historic kind of trips, you're always learning, you're always on the go, so it's wake up super early, you're going throughout the whole day, and then you kind of finish up, and there's no time to be homesick. It's just, you're always learning, and it's such a great experience. So I actually went to Mexico as well. That was a family trip just before, as I mentioned in my first video, I have a sister and a brother. My sister got married, and just before that, we went to Mexico, all of us as a family trip, which was amazing. It was a good time. And more recently, I studied and I was living in Costa Rica for a little over a month, and that was life-changing. It was absolutely amazing. I went there with my school. I was studying abroad, and I did 3 classes over in Costa Rica. A little, I don't know if you can even call it a town, or if it's a street. To this day, I'm not 100% sure, but I was way high in the mountains in the middle of nowhere in a little place called Santa Elena, and it was an absolutely breathtaking experience. The families that I met and stayed with, the people that I was living with, the new friends I made, all the information that I learned from their culture and the things that they face on a day-to-day basis. It was way different and way more immersed in the world versus social media and more Western ideas of living. Where I was at the time, like the backyards were acres and acres, hectares of land that was being used for farming, they got their water from the rivers that flowed there. Everything that they did themselves. And it was just an amazing way to see life again. It was very refreshing. It was kind of like a step back to see how they do everything. And so that was just a great experience. I'll post some pictures to check out. We visited waterfalls, we visited some communities, we visited schools, we did a bunch of different things. I'll also link below my campus that I was kind of staying on with school. And I'm sure if you kind of search up, you can find some videos of the actual campus and such. But it was a great time overall. And yeah, besides Costa Rica, I do have some new travels planned for the near future, actually. So that will be coming out in a new video in a couple months, probably. One thing I did want to talk about was that the two companies I traveled with, which is Explorica and TourRadar, if you guys are looking to plan a trip and you need any help or anything like that, definitely message me. I can give you a hand with planning them. TourRadar has actually been amazing. I'm actually dealing with them currently. And they're always super helpful, 24/7 contact access, and they're just super helpful, and they help you organize your trip if you're going onwards after, or if you're coming back home, or whatever you're doing within your travel plans. Explorica, it has been a little while since I was traveling with them, but their stuff is typically set up through schools. I don't know if they do individual trips with groups, but it would be something to check out if you are a student or somebody in high school looking to get involved. It could be a great way to bring you and some classmates and a teacher traveling around the world, seeing some culture and learning. It's one of the best ways that I've found to experience the world, learn languages. It's much faster being immersed in a different culture around people that are always speaking that language than trying to learn out of a textbook or somebody talking in front of you. I didn't know really any Spanish except for like a few words, and after being in Costa Rica for so long, by the end of it I was able to speak a lot more fluent in Spanish, and just like it was a lot easier understanding the people around me and what they were trying to say to me. Majority of the time, not always. But yeah, if you do want anything, I'm gonna link them below. Like I said, definitely check them out for TourRadar. They have some amazing tours going on, as well as on their website they give a breakdown of like starting prices, as well as how they actually break them down, what's included, and if you are keeping an eye on a tour that you do like, they do go on sale, or they do have specials that kind of take off, as well as I believe if you can find the same tour somewhere else, they will price match it as well. So definitely check them out. They were super helpful with me planning my coming up trip, which we'll talk about in a later video. So keep posted, but I hope you enjoy this video. Don't forget, if you like to hear more about this kind of stuff, or you want to hear me talk more about like just adventures, or if you want to see more things, comment below. Give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for instant notification on future videos. See you guys.